I try to be the anchor. I try to be the one who doesn't break. But the ocean is too deep tonight. And I'm just tired of pretending I can swim forever. I watched the horizon turn a shade of hollow gray, counting every fragment of another wasted day. I built a fortress out of I'm okay and I'll be fine. Drawing circles in the dust, trying to hold a fading line, but the foundations are trembling. I can feel the earth give way. There's a price for every secret that I never dared to say. I see the silhouettes of people moving through the light, while I am carving out a quarter in the hollow of the night. Every shadow has a name, every silence has a cost. I'm a catalog of moments that were promised and then lost. Is it gravity or weakness that is pulling at my chest? I'm screaming for a reason, I am begging for a rest. The air is getting thinner and the climb is getting steep. There are hollow invitations that I know I cannot keep. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to catch my soul as I lose the only pieces that were making me feel whole. Why am I always the first one to fall? Standing so tall and losing it all. I give every breath till there's nothing at all. So tell me why I'm always the first one to fall. And the lesson in the wreckage, I'm the shadow on the always the first one to I see them running effortless, a rhythmical parade, while I am suffocating in the choices that I made. It's a silent fight, a bitter dance, a long and dark charade, watching my own reflection start to flicker into fade. I'm doing everything I can, I'm giving all I have, but the world is just a mirror that is breaking in my head. Maybe I wasn't built for the summit or the sky. Maybe I was born to be the tear inside the eye. If strength is just a mask, we will hide the fear inside. Then lie and find me ready to let the two collide. Why am I always the first one to fall? Standing so tall and losing it all. I give every breath till there's nothing at all. So tell me why I'm always the first one to fall. And the lesson in the wreckage, I'm the shadow on the always the first one to fall. Maybe I wasn't built for the climb, just the pitiful, terrible. tracing the lines on the palm of my hand, searching for maps in a shifting sand. I whisper a prayer that the wind won't hear, while I'm drowning in silence and fighting the fear. The mountain is taller than they said it would be, and the shadows are closing the distance on me. Every step I take feels steep. The promises I make, I can't keep. I'm reaching for the summit, but I'm falling on my knees. Why is it so hard just to find some peace? Every step feels steep. I watch the others, they're running so fast, while I'm just a ghost from a broken past. I'm doing my best, but my best isn't enough. When the road is this jagged, when the climb is this rough, every step I take feels steep. The promises I make, I can't keep. I'm reaching for the summit, but I'm falling on my knees. Why is it so hard just to find some peace? Every step feels steep. Every step feels steep. Just another step. Just another fall. The walls are closing in a little more with every breath I take. I'm counting every heartbeat, waiting for the glass to break. I'm shouting at the silence, but the silence shouts it back at me. A prisoner of shadows in a place that no one else can see. Every door I open leads me straight back to the hollow start. Just a broken compass and the beating of a heavy heart. I'm painting every memory in a shade of cold and bitter blue, trying to find a version of the truth that I once thought I knew. But the ink is spreading fast, and the pages are all turning white. I'm a ghost of a survivor, losing every battle to the night. Is there anyone behind the eyes I see within the mirror's frame? Or am I just a stranger who has finally forgotten her own name? I'm running in these circles, clawing at the wooden floor. But there's a lock on every window and a chain on every door. It's a crowded room of people, yet I'm standing here entirely alone in a house of shattered glass. I'm the one who's throwing every stone. I'm doing everything I can. I'm giving all the strength I have left, but I'm just a hollow vessel, towing in a Jordan theft. Maybe this is who I am, a stone that's caught inside a jar, trying to reach the light, but never knowing where the edges are. If silence is a weapon, and I'm bleeding from 1,000 cuts, waiting for the moment when the last remaining exits are. Every word. I thought I had it, I thought. If I just held on tighter, it would stay. But it's like trying to hold the rain. It just washes away. Reaching out for shadows in a room with fading light, trying to find a solid ground in the middle of the night. I built a life on promises, I carved them into stone, but now I'm standing in the dust, entirely alone. Every dream I used to keep, sinking like a heavy stone into a hollow deep. I can see the finish line, I can almost feel the heat, but the road is turning into glass beneath my aching feet. I'm doing everything they said, I'm playing by the rules, but the prize is just a handful of silver for the fools. Is it slipping through my fingers? Is it drifting out to sea? While I'm left with just the ghost of who I'm meant to be. I watch the water rising, I watch the bridges burn, waiting for a lesson that I'm never gonna learn. I'm clutching at the feathers of a bird that's flown away, looking for the meaning in the things I couldn't say. It's a hollow kind of hunger, it's a heavy kind of hope, standing at the very end of a fraying silver rope. The more I try to grasp it, the faster it recedes. A garden full of flowers turning into bitter weeds. I'm screaming at the silence, I'm begging for a sign. Well, the only thing I ever loved is crossing see them hold the prize, while I'm just a reflection in their cold and distant eyes. I'm tired of the almost, I'm tired of the near, living in the echoes of a deep and silent fear. I gave away my spirit, I gave away my pride, just to find there's nothing left but the hollowness inside. I'm opening my fingers, I'm staring at the sky, wondering if the truth is just a well-constructed lie. Every grain of sand is falling, every second is a ghost, losing every single thing that I needed the most. I am standing in the wreckage of a life I tried to build, with 1,000 empty promises that never were fulfilled. If I let go, will I finally be free? Or is the void the only thing that's waiting there for me? I'm letting out the tension, I'm letting out the cry, ready for the silence and ready for the goodbye. It slips right through my hands, like water in the desert, like the shifting of the sands. I'm fighting for a future they'll never understand. All everything I've ever built is breaking in my hands, through my hands. Just a handful of nothing through my I thought I had it. I thought. You keep asking me. They keep looking at me like I have the answers. But I'm just a house of cards in a hurricane. And I'm tired. I'm so tired of lying. I've memorized the script, I've learned to play the part, hiding every jagged edge around my hollow heart. I wear a smile like armor, shiny, cold and thin, while 1,000 different civil wars are breaking out within. I tell the world I'm steady, that I'm standing on a shore, while I'm drowning in the middle of a sea without a flood. Every how are you is a mountain I have to climb, trading pieces of my spirit just to buy a little time. I'm a master of the silence, I'm a shadow in the hall, building up a ceiling just to wait for it to fall. Has been buried in the suffering, is the glory in the pain? Or am I just a desert that is begging for the rain? I see the expectation in the way they say my name, like I'm the only person who can carry all the blame. I'm doing everything I can, I'm giving all I possess, but the only thing I'm finding is a deeper kind of mess. I'm a candle in a tunnel, I'm a flicker in the dark, trying to build a fire from a single dying spark. The mask is getting heavy and the skin is getting tight, I'm losing every reason to continue with the fight. The mirror is a stranger and the truth is like a blade, cutting through the fabric of city feels like drums beneath my feet. I'm explaining why I'm broken, but the words just turn to dust in a world that only values what is shiny, what is trust. I'm a ghost inside the machinery. I'm a glitch within the soul, trying to find the courage just to let go of control. I'm exhausted from the fine, I'm exhausted from the good, doing all the things that I was told I always should. Every "it'll be alright" is a lie I can't repeat. When the bitter taste of failure is the only thing I eat, I am standing on the edge of everything I used to know, waiting for the moment when I finally let it go. If honesty is friendly, but let me hit the ground. I'd rather be a wreckage than a person never found. I'm breaking every single line, tearing down the guide before the only thing that's left of me is far too late. I'm trying to say it's okay, watching every single dream just slowly drift away. When it's not okay at all and the sky begins to fall, I'm screaming at the silence, I'm screaming through the wall. It's gotta change. It's not okay. It's really not My hands are shaking, not because I'm cold, but because I've been holding this weight for so long that my muscles have forgotten how to rest. Just one more second, and I don't think I'll be the same. I'm leaning hard against the edge of everything I knew, looking for a single thread that's actually true. I've patched the holes and painted over every single scar, but I've forgotten how to find the light of any star. My knees are buckling under expectations I can't meet, while the world is moving forward on its steady, rhythmic feet. I'm a masterpiece of tension, I'm a symphony of fear, watching every exit sign just slowly disappear. I've traded every maybe for a certain kind of must, until my very heartbeat started turning into dust. Is there a plea for silence? Doesn't feel like such a crime, or am I just a prisoner of a fast and hollow time? I see the way they look at me, expecting me to rise, but they don't see the hollow depths behind my tired eyes. I'm doing everything I can to keep the pieces in their place, but I can feel the gravity, I can feel the loss of grace. I'm a dam that's finally leaking, I'm a bridge about to fall, giving every ounce of strength until I have no strength at all. The pressure's building in my chest, it's rising in my throat. I'm a heavy sinking anchor on a small and wooden boat. I can hear the waters groaning, I can hear the rattlesnake falling deeper and much further into every hidden top. Catch me now, before I break. I've given everything there was for me to give or take. The walls are finally caving in, the ground begins to shake. Oh, somebody catch me now, before I finally break. Before I break. I can't hold on for one more stake. every window pane, while I'm just a shadow standing in the horizontal weight. I'm explaining what is hurting, but the words are out of reach, like a message written on the sand along a lonely beach. I'm a glitch within the system, I'm a crack within the soul, trying to remember how it feels to have control. Inside my shoe, when there's nothing left of me and nothing left of you, I am standing on the precipice of everything I feared, watching as the person that I was has disappeared. Catch me now before I break. Catch me now. Catch me now. Catch me now before I break. My hands are shaking. There's a ghost in the hallway, there's a shadow on the floor, but there's no one knocking at my heavy wooden door. I'm listening to the heartbeat of a house that's gone cold, to all the stories that I never should have told. The quiet is a monster, it's a beast that I've fed, living in the spaces and the things I never said. I've learned to interpret every crake in the dark, trying to ignite a long forgotten spark. But the air is so heavy, it's like breathing in lead, counting every second in a world that's gone dead. Is it peace that I'm feeling, or is it just the end of a message that I'm far too broken to send? I watch for dust dancing in a single beam of light, while I am disappearing in the middle of the white. I'm doing everything I can to keep the silence out, but it's the only voice that I can never really doubt. It's a weight on my shoulders, it's a chain on my soul, taking every piece of me and swallowing it whole. The walls are absorbing every prayer, every cry, watching every single hope just wither up and die. I'm reaching for a sound, I'm reaching for a break, in the middle of this hollow and this never-ending ache. Oh, the weight of the silence. It's a beautiful, terrible kind of violence that's screaming my name in the middle of the night. It's taking the color, it's taking the light. The weight of the silence. It's breaking my heart with its quiet defiance. I see the people talking, but I can't hear a word, like the distant singing of a lonely broken bird. I'm explaining the void, I'm explaining the deep and a promise that I know I can no longer keep. I'm a glitch in the static, I'm a ripple in the sea, trying to remember what it's like to be me. I'm exhausted from the quiet, I'm exhausted from the calm, holding all this nothing in the middle of my palm. Every hush is a needle, every still is a blade. I'm standing in the hallway, the light is turning thin, staring at the surface of this tired, weathered skin. I see the person that I've trained the world to recognize, with a practiced kind of hollow in the corners of my eyes. But the glass is getting colder, and the silver's turning gray, while the girl I used to be is just 1,000 miles away. I've painted on the courage, polished up the pride, to cover all the wreckage that I'm carrying inside. It's a flawless execution, it's a perfect kind of show, but there's a secret in the shadow that I'll never let them know. Is it a mask or is it medicine? Is it safety or cage? Reading every line upon a blank and bitter page. I'm touching the reflection, I'm tracing every line, searching for a piece of me that's actually me, mine. I'm doing everything I can to keep alive, to prove to and the frame is made of bone, leaving me to face the truth entirely alone. The cracks are starting small, like a whisper in the dark, threatening to extinguish every single remaining spark. I'm reaching for the person that I see behind the pain, but I'm only catching echoes of a deep and silent ride. It's nothing but the mirror's light, a hollow kind of truth beneath a heavy silver sky. I'm screaming at the face I see, I'm asking for the why. Well, every single promise is just waiting there to die. The mirror's light, the mirror's light, just a reflection, not the soul. Look closer, it's alive. I'm laying bricks in the hollow of the night, building a wall to keep out the light. One for the memory, two for the shame, carving a temple out of a name. It's a blueprint of shadow to lay out of fears, mortared together with 1,000 years of tears. I've designed the hallways to lead nowhere at all, just a slow motion stumble, a long distance fall. There are windows that look out on oceans of gray, where the ghost of my promises come out to play. Is it a sanctuary, or is it a cell? This architecture of heaven in a corner of hell. I see the scaffolding shaking in the wind, holding the weight of the places I've been. I'm doing everything I can to keep it all square, but I'm building a monument out of thin air. It's a fortress of silence, a palace of bone, leaving me king of a kingdom alone. The pillars are leaning, the roof's coming down. I'm losing my footing in this hollowed out town. Every room that I finish is a room I can't leave, drowning in the logic of the way that I grieve. Oh, the architecture of grief. There is no mercy, no ice, no relief. I'm trapped in the rafters of the life I designed, leaving the best of my spirit behind. The architecture of grief, the beautiful prison of permanent thief. I watch the sunlight hitting the cold marble floor, realizing I've forgotten where I put the door. I'm explaining the structure, I'm explaining the cost, while I'm just another soul that the blueprints have lost. I'm a glitch in the masonry, a crack in the stone, trying to remember how it feels to be known. I'm exhausted from building, I'm exhausted from care, trying to breathe in the stagnant cold air. Every pillar is heavy, every archway is steep, guarding the secrets that I promised to keep. I'm standing in the center of a world I designed, with 1,000 jagged memories I've left intertwined. till the only thing left is the dirt on my hands. Oh, the architecture of grief. There is no mercy, there is no relief. I'm trapped in the rafters of the life I decide, leaving the best of my spirit behind. The architecture of grief. Just destruction, not a home. Tear it down, breathe. Tear it down, I'm standing where the water meets the cold and hollow sand, watching every footprint disappear across the land. The words are in my throat, but they're too heavy now to say. As I watch the only light I know just slowly drift away. It isn't like the movies. There's no music in the air, just a sudden sharp awareness of the space that's suddenly bare. I've practiced every sentence, I've rehearsed every goodbye, trying to find a version that doesn't feel like such a lie. But the gravity is pulling and the oxygen is low. When you're standing at the threshold of the things you have to let go. Is it courage or is it cowardice that's keeping me so still? Walking up the final inches of this jagged, bitter hill. I see the weighted shadows stretch across the empty street, while the rhythm of my heart is just a slow and broken beat. I'm doing everything I can to keep the tears inside the frame, but the wind is whispering the syllables of every silent name. I'm a witness to the ending, I'm a martyr to the cause, living in the middle of a long and heavy pause. The eye's getting colder and the sky is turning black, knowing there's a border that I'm never crossing back. I'm reaching for a memory, I'm reaching for a help, while the floor beneath my feet is turning into shifting sand. Oh, the weight of goodbye. It's a heavy kind of heaven. It's a dark and hollow sky. I'm screaming at the silence. I'm asking for the why every single promise is just waiting there to die. The weight of goodbye. It's the only truth that's left beneath the light. I watch the taillights fading like a dying distant star, realizing that I've forgotten exactly who we are. I'm explaining the departure, I'm explaining the regret, why I'm trying to remember all is the only hollow rest. I'm standing in the wreckage of a life we tried to build, with 1,000 empty spaces that will never be refilled. Let the anchor drop, let the cables all untie. I've set all of the wars that a human soul can cry. I'm opening my palms, I'm staring at the sun, right for the end, and ready to be done. The final goodbye. Let go goodbye. I'm looking up at the ceiling of a dark and infinite night, counting every distant flicker of a long dead light. They say that everything is written in the movement of the spheres, but all I hear is the echo of my own unspoken fears. The sky is an ocean where I'm drifting far from shore, realizing that the silence is a language I can't ignore. I've tried to find a pattern in the chaos of the glow, to find a reason for the things that I'm forced to let go. But the stars are indifferent, they're cold and they're far. They don't care about the damage or the depth of any scar. Is it peace or is it loneliness? It's filling up the space, staring at the empty light of a cold and distant place. I see the constellations forming shapes I used to know, like the ghosts of all the places that I'm never gonna go. I'm doing everything I can to keep my feet upon the ground, but I'm spinning in a vacuum where there isn't any sound. I'm a speck of dust in motion, I'm a spark within the void, trying to find the pieces that the gravity destroyed. The air is getting thinner as I reach for something real. Listen to every single thing that I'm terrified to feel. The universe is expanding, and I'm shrinking out of sight, drowning in the middle of ice cold and ancient light. The silence of the stars, they don't see the wreckage, and they don't see the scars. I'm screaming at the cosmos, I'm asking for a sign, while the only thing that's guiding is this broken heart of mine. The silence of the stars, we're just prisoners of the dark, behind these silver bars. I watch the moon descending like a pale and heavy stone, feeling the weight of being so entirely alone. I'm explaining the distance I'm explaining the code to a story of the galaxy that's never been told. I'm a flicker in the darkness, I'm a ripple in the time, trying to find a rhythm in a world of time. I'm exhausted from the staring, I'm exhausted from the way, trying to find a meaning in the scenery of fate. Every line is a memory, every shadow is a wall, standing in the middle of a never-ending fall. I am standing on the axis of everything I lost, counting up the seconds and the heavy hollow calls. Let the sky fall down, let the stars all burn out. I've lived inside the silence, and I've lived inside the tide. I'm letting go of gravity, I'm letting go of pride, finding the beauty in this trying kind of death. Oh, the silence of the stars. They don't see the wreckage, they don't see the skies. I'm screaming at the cosmos, I'm asking for a sign. When the only thing that's burning is this broken heart in mine. The silence of the stars. Just the silence, infinite cold, so far away. I'm walking through the rooms of a house I used to own, listening to the echo of a life that's now unknown. I see the indent in the pillow, I see the code upon the hook, like a page that's been forgotten in a long and dusty book. I'm a stranger to the kitchen, I'm a shadow on the stair, reaching for a memory that isn't really there. I can see my own reflection, but I'm looking right through, trying to find the version of the girl that once was true. But the edges are all blurry, and the colors are all faded by the weight of all the silence and the choices that I've hated. Is it haunting or is it hiding? Is it peace or is it pain? To be a flicker of a candle in the middle of the rain. I see them moving effortless, I see them breathe the air, while I am just a coldness that they feel but cannot share. I'm doing everything I can to make a single sound, to leave a single footprint on this hard and hollow ground. I'm a catalog of whispers, I'm a symphony of bone, living in the spaces where the seeds of grief are sown. The walls are made of memories and the floor is made of sighs, watching all the light escaping from the failing hollow eyes. I'm reaching for the living, reaching staring at the ashes of the fire that used to burn, searching for a lesson that I'm never gonna learn. Every bridge is smoking, every road is paved in stone, and I'm standing in the center entirely alone. But there's a flicker in the corner, there's a light I can't explain, like a single drop of honey in a river full of rain. It would be so much easier to just let the darkness win, to open up the windows and to let the winter in. But this anchor in my spirit, it won't let me drift away. It's pulling at my ankles, forcing me to stay. Is it mercy or is it torture? Is it freedom or a chain? To find a reason to continue in the middle of the pain. I see the way the light reflects upon the broken glass, watching every second of the struggle slowly pass. I'm doing everything I can to keep my head above the tide, but there's a heavy kind of hunger that is growing deep inside. It's the gravity of believing, it's the burden of the yes, in a world that only offers up a cold and hollowless. My heart is getting heavy with the weight of one more try, staring at the wreckage under the dark and silent sky. I'm reaching for the promise, I'm reaching for the spark, before I'm swallowed whole by the silence of the dark. Oh, the gravity of hope. I'm hanging by a thread, but it's a heavy silver rope. It's pulling me back up when I just wanna fall. It's the hardest kind of way, the heaviest of all, the gravity of hope. It's the only way. I'm learning how to climb. I watch the sun rising like a bruise across the blue, realizing that the struggle is the only thing that's true. I'm explaining the persistence, I'm explaining the fight to a shadow that is hiding in the middle of the light. I'm a glitch within the failure, I'm a ripple in the grief, finding just a second of a beautiful relief. I'm exhausted from the nightly, I'm exhausted from the end, paying off a promise that I haven't even read. Every one more step is a mountain in my way, when I've used up every word that I ever had to say. I'm standing in the ruins of the Parsi night aside, with the gravity of hell still pulling at my mind. Let it weigh me down, let it pull me through the floor. I don't wanna be the victim of the darkness anymore. I'm leaning into the burden, I'm leaning into into the light, even if it takes the very last of my remaining night. Oh, the gravity of love on hanging by a thread, but it's a heavy silver rope that's pulling me back up when I just wanna fall. It's the hardest kind of weight, the heaviest of all, the gravity of love. Just the weight, the beautiful, terrible weight. Don't let go. I'm staring at the ashes of a fire that used to burn, searching for a lesson that I'm never gonna learn. Every bridge is smoking, every road is paved in stone, and I'm standing in the center, entirely alone. But there's a flicker in the corner, there's a light I can't explain, like a single drop of honey in a river full of rain. It would be so much easier to just let the darkness win, to open up the windows and to let the winter in. But this anchor in my spirit, it won't let me drift away. It's pulling at my ankles, forcing me to stay. Is it mercy or is it torture? Is it freedom or a chain? To find the reason to continue in the middle of the pain. I see the way the light reflects upon the broken glass, watching every second of the struggle slowly pass. I'm doing everything I can to keep my head above the tide, but there's a heavy kind of hunger that is growing deep inside. It's the gravity of believing, it's the burden of a yes in a world that only offers up a cold and hollowless. My heart is getting heavy with the weight horizon that the struggle is the only thing that's true. I'm explaining the persistence, I'm explaining the fight to a shadow that is hiding in the middle of the light. I'm a glitch within the failure, I'm a ripple in the grief, finding just a second of a beautiful relief. I'm exhausted from the maybe, I'm exhausted from the yet, paying off a promise that I haven't even made. Every one more step is an ocean in my way. When I used up every word that I ever had to say. I'm standing in the void of the person I design. Frets the gravity of hope, still toying at my mind. Let it weigh me down, let it pull me through the flood. I wanna be the victim of the darkness anymore. I'm leaning into the void, I'm leaning into the light, even if it takes the very last of my remaining mind. The gravity unfold, I'm hanging by a thread, but it's a heavy silver rope. It's pulling me back up when I just want to fall. It's the hardest kind of weight, the heaviest of all. The gravity of hope, just the weight, the beautiful, terrible weight. Don't let go. The line between the shadows is beginning to blur. I'm remembering the person that I used to be before I were. This collection of echoes, this mountain of stone, standing in a morning that I have to face alone. The air is tasting different, the wind is turning sweet, while the pavement starts to soften underneath my tired feet. I've spent the whole night fighting with the ghosts inside my head, replaying every single word that was ever said. But the sun doesn't care about the battles or the scars, it just washes out the silver and the silence of the stars. Is it healing or is it hiding? Is it mercy or a test? To find a moment's peace within this heavy, hollow chest. I see the world is awakening, I see the city start to breathe, while I'm just a witness to the things I had to leave. I'm doing everything I can to stand up straight and tall, to prove to every shadow that I didn't truly fall. I'm a masterpiece of rugged, I'm a symphony of light, carrying the lessons of a long and bitter night. found a reason to fight. Reaching through the kitchen door, realizing I don't need to fight the shadows anymore. I'm explaining the survival, I'm explaining the release to a heart that's finally finding just a second of its peace. I'm a ripple in the morning, I'm a glitch within the pain. From the road, putting down the weight of every heady. Oh, Lord, every second is a plus, every minute is a choice of fighting back the river, Lord, a long lost voice. I am standing in the center of the life I have to lead, with the first light of the morning, given everything I need. Let the morning break me open, let the light come rushing in. I am finally ready for the healing to begin. Opening it comes, I'm staring at the battle has been won. Oh, the first light of the day, it's washing all the bitterness and all the grief away. I'm standing in the glow